Hi, I'm Brandon, and I'm back to do another brand new commentary. This one is on John Baker from the Murphy, Texas sting. I'm not really familiar with this guy, so let's jump in and see what's going on.
Two more men go through the same drill. This 25-year-old is here to meet a girl he thinks is 13.
Oh, yes, he's immediately arrested. Oh, yeah, this is when Chris Hansen went to the Louis Conrad's house and he ended up shooting himself. Louis Conrad did, not Chris Hansen. And it's just interesting how big the fallout was from that whole Louis Conrad incident, because of course he was an ADA, an assistant district attorney, which was a high profile thing, but he was unwilling, a high profile job. He was unwilling to travel to the house, so the police and Chris with his crew went to Louis Conrad's house to confront him, and the guy ended up shooting himself, which led to massive lawsuits and ultimately the cancellation of To Catch a Predator. So not only did we lose that, but we also lost confrontations with all these other predators. Because while Chris was at that other house, all these other predators were showing up here, and Chris wasn't there to confront them, so they just got arrested. So we have these little bits of them getting arrested and being interrogated. But there's guys like Twink Toilet and these other interesting characters that would have made for wonderfully interesting confrontations if they were able to sit down. Instead, Chris went off to do some other thing, and not to mention also because of that, in retaliation for that guy killing himself, the prosecutors here dropped the charges against all the predators. So it's like, so basically a guy lost his life, the show ended, massive lawsuits. We didn't get any of these interesting interviews with the guys, and they all got off the hook on it. So just that one act of going to talk to Louis Conrad kind of ruined a lot of stuff for us TCAP fans. And really, how interesting would it have been? Like, even if they had have been able to stick a microphone in Louis Conrad's face and ask him some questions, he probably would have just clammed up because he is a lawyer, so he probably wouldn't have said anything that interesting. So I think in hindsight, it was a big mistake. But anyways, let's continue.
Get your hands behind your back now.
But he never even makes it to the door.
Yes.
And what about this man, John Baker?
How come he's not even handcuffed? Like, some of the guys are sitting there handcuffed, and this guy's just walking along normally.
He's the 25-year-old arrested for attempting to solicit sex with a decoy posing as a 13-year-old.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm a pharmacy technician.
How long have you been there?
Apparently, he's been a pharmacy technician for like 4 days. He just started the job, and now he's busted.
4 days.
Oh, okay. I just read that on his wiki before doing this, so I didn't know he actually said that.
Where'd you work before that?
First Baptist Church.
Why did you have to resign at the church?
Because me and another woman in the congregation had an affair.
Oh, so obviously it was a woman, but it just shows that this guy's morals may not be as tight as they should be. So yeah, I guess he's got a problem. Maybe that's why the title of this video is "The Women Are My Vice Guy." Although in this case, it wasn't a woman; it was a girl.
Is she married? Are you married? Or?
Both of us are married.
What were you doing at the church? What kind
I
of
was an
work?
associate minister of music.
Really?
He says he almost turned around and went home.
Again, like I say this in like so many of the videos, it means nothing if you almost turn around. Like there is no almost in the situation. Like, you could not do this. That would be a good defense. You just decided not to do it. But you can't just try to do it and then claim I almost didn't. You can't almost not rob a convenience store. You either did or you didn't.
Because my girlfriend, whatever you want to call her, text messaged me and said, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. But I was going to knock on the door and say, hey, sorry, no, and tell her that I was in love with somebody else and leave.
Oh, what a stand-up guy. Remember, ladies, you better text your man all the time and tell him that you love him, because he might be on the way to cheat on you possibly with an underage person. And if you don't tell him you love him and convince him to turn around, he's going to go through with it. So it's all on your shoulders. It's your fault if he goes through with it because he doesn't feel loved. Bullshit. This guy's an idiot. And yeah, he's claiming he was going to just go knock on the door and tell her, no, I can't do this because I'm in love with someone else. If you were in love with someone else, honestly, even if you're just a normal person, you wouldn't do this. But definitely, if you're in love with someone else, you wouldn't go down this path to begin with, and you definitely wouldn't go knock on someone's door to be like, hey, sorry, I can't do all the stuff we discussed because I'm in love with someone else, and then turn around and drive home to your girlfriend or wife. That's not how human beings work. If he had to say that, he could have just been like, hey, I'm married, I'm in a relationship, right at the very start of this chat, and then ended it there. Or maybe if he's kind of not full-on predator yet, but he started to do this and then thought better, he could just tell her that same message over text. He could have just pulled his car to the side of the road, sent a text saying, this is wrong, I'm not doing it, I'm in love with someone else, and then turned around and drove home. Instead, he claims he was just going to go there. That's, like, it's pretty much as dumb as the Rob Klein, I just came over to tell her I was not coming over. Like, you're not going to go there and tell her you're in love with someone else and then leave. What a liar.
The investigator wants to know why then did he bother having the sexual chat with the girl he thought was a young teen.
Why would you think about it with a young girl? That's how old did she? Was she?
13, she said.
13.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Why would you?
Because it's a girl in general. It's not a sexual desire specific to young girls.
Okay.
I know.
Well, it should be you should have a sexual desire that is completely broken off from young girls. It should be solely adult women. Once you're an adult, that's the rule. It's not like a rule you can break some of the time. Like, just because you're not exclusively attracted to underage people doesn't let you off the hook. You're not allowed to do it a little bit, or it's like it should just be only adult women. If you're just so careless that you just don't care the age, it's just you're addicted to females in general of any age, that is a massive problem that's going to wind you up in an interrogation room after you've been arrested. How could you say that?
Never did drugs, never smoked.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you. Yeah, this guy just seems like one of those Christian type people. I mean, nothing wrong with being Christian. You can be whatever religion you want. But the ones that think that they're all high and mighty because they don't smoke, they don't drink, they've never done drugs, all this other stuff, but they turn out to be a horrible human being. But they lord that other stuff over you, like, oh my God, like, you drank beer, you smoked a cigarette one time, like, you're a horrible person. They look down their nose on you, and then you find out that they're a huge sexual deviant. I'm not saying, well, it kind of appears that's what this guy is, or at least he's showing hints of that. It's like, so who cares if you've never... It's fine to drink. It's even fine to smoke. You probably shouldn't. It's not good for you. But it's not a huge moral blemish on your life like this kind of thing is. And it's not like, okay, as long as you don't drink or smoke, that gives you some leeway to be able to do some other sick shit. Like, no, you're just not... Those are personal choices. You can drink if you want or not drink or not smoke, whatever. Those are personal choices. It's a far bigger deal to be doing this kind of thing with a minor. That's the kind of thing you get arrested and go to prison for.
I have drunk very minimal. Girls my entire life, and women have always been my only downfall. They've always been my vice.
So, yeah, they've always been his vice. So I guess he's honest. He knows he has a problem. But that's a pretty big problem. And I don't know this guy at all. There's not a lot of information about him. But he's probably right in that he probably even prefers adult women. But he's just so careless. And I don't know if he's like a sex addiction or something. But he just doesn't care. It's just like, yeah, if they're 13, whatever, 25, whatever, he'll just... Anything that's in front of him, he'll go for it. Or any person that's in front of him, he'll go for it. Like, that's horrible. Because no one's going to differentiate that and be like, okay, your circumstances are are different than the guy who prefers the underage person. It's like you still intended to do the exact same thing with the same underage person. So it doesn't matter your rationality behind it. It doesn't matter if usually you go for adult women, except for this time. You're still labeled a predator, and maybe you should really rethink your life and get some help for this problem you claim you have. Like, I don't know. Even this, where I pause it here, you can see the pain on this guy's face. But I mean, we've seen that with other guys. It's not an excuse. It's like, man, you fucked up big time, buddy.
And now, that vice has led him here.
You don't have to feel shameful in front of me, man. I'm not a judgment guy. Okay.
Yeah. I think you should feel shameful because you're being videotaped and it's being uploaded to the internet.
No, I cover my face out of shame. I'm covering it out of the fact that I have zero life. Now, I'm working minimum wage jobs pretty much for the rest of my life.
Yeah. What you're saying is that there are consequences for doing horrible things like this.
But he says he's not sure what he would have done when he actually met the girl in person.
You intended to come over and have sex with her, didn't you?
I did not know whether I intended or not to have sex.
That answer is the same as a yes. If you came over to someone's house and it was up in the air whether or not you were going to have sex, it's a maybe, maybe not. We know what he was hoping for, and we know what he wanted. There's no way he was going to go over there and kind of steer things away from his sexual desire. And just the fact that he's a grown man, he's 25 and this girl's 13, he would have been the one calling the shots and making the first moves. This is not a Jeff Stacy type guy where he's so socially awkward that he probably would have chickened out. This is a pretty good-looking young guy. He would have definitely had the confidence to go through with this, especially if he, like he said, women are his vice. Like he's seducing married women at his church and stuff. Like this guy probably has good skills in that area. There's no way that he would have gotten there and let the decoy decide what they were going to do. Like he would have made it happen one way or the other. So I don't believe him that it was what was going to happen was up in question. We know exactly what he wanted.
Of course.
And well, that's the end of the video right there. We're 1 second away from the end. So I guess we'll leave it on his agonized face there. And yeah, this was a really short one. I'm just trying to find like every possible predator I can do. I'm still uploading videos from my old version of the channel. So there's still some popular guys coming, but a lot of brand new ones too. So, and by the way, if you want to subscribe to my Patreon, I've been uploading a lot there too. I'm trying to increase the amount of videos I upload there to pretty much the same as I do on my YouTube channel. So I'm doing multiple ones a week. I'm doing some takedown videos and some other TCAP videos and just other type of predator type stuff. So so feel free to sign up over there if you want to help support me and check out some other new stuff. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.